Right now, artificial intelligence can write emails, it can answer questions, it can create art, music, videos, and entire business plans. AI can organize your calendar, write your resume, even help you solve complex problems. But there is one thing AI cannot do. AI cannot connect spiritually. It cannot feel love, it cannot feel grief, and it cannot connect with a soul that's crossed into the afterlife. And that is why your human spiritual abilities matter now more than ever. We are living in one of the most fascinating times in human history. Artificial intelligence is transforming our world almost overnight. People are using AI to write books, create social media content, automate businesses, answer questions instantly. And honestly, AI can be an incredible tool. I use technology to help me with my work. It helps people organize information and it helps people learn faster. But something very interesting is happening. The more powerful AI becomes, the more obvious it becomes what AI cannot do. Here's something most people haven't realized yet. The rise of artificial intelligence is revealing something profound about humanity. The more powerful AI becomes, the more obvious it becomes that the human soul cannot be replicated. And that is exactly why spiritual abilities like your intuition and your mediumship are becoming more important, not less. I remember sitting with a grieving mother who had lost her son, and no technology on earth could help her in that moment. But when her son's spirit came through and provided a loving message, something that she really understood was from him, the entire room changed. And her grief softened into something else, relief, because love had crossed the boundary between worlds. AI cannot feel. It cannot experience the human heart. It cannot sit with someone who has lost their child and felt the weight of their grief. It cannot hold sacred space for a mother who is longing to connect with her son in the afterlife. It cannot feel compassion. It cannot experience divine love. And it absolutely cannot connect with spirit, because spiritual connection requires something that only living humans possess: a soul. The soul is not programmable. Every human being carries something extraordinary: your consciousness, your spirit, your connection to the unseen realms, mediumship, intuition, spiritual gifts. These are not mechanical processes. They are soul abilities. For thousands of years and in every culture on earth, there have been those that can communicate with the spirit world: shamans, mystics, oracles, healers, mediums. These abilities existed long before technology, and they will continue to exist long after technology evolves, because these gifts do not come from machines. They come from the human soul. Mediumship is not a trend. It is one of the most ancient sacred practices on earth. For thousands of years, people sought those that could communicate with spirits in the afterlife, not for entertainment, but for real healing. When someone loses a loved one, something profound happens. Grief changes the human heart, and sometimes what people need most is reassurance that love does not end when the body dies. Over the past 30 years of working with the bereaved, I have witnessed something extraordinary. When someone hears a message from their loved one in spirit, something shifts. The pain softens, the grief transforms, and love becomes a bridge between worlds. AI cannot do that. AI can simulate conversation, but it cannot experience emotion. It cannot look someone in the eyes and feel their heartbreak. It cannot sense the energy of a spirit entering the room. It cannot feel the warmth of a grandmother stepping forward to say, "I'm still with you." These moments are sacred. They're human. And they're spiritual, and they cannot be faked, duplicated, or programmed. Here's something fascinating about the age we're entering. As technology becomes more powerful, people are becoming more spiritually curious. They want meaning, they want connection. They want to know that life continues after death. They want to know that love survives the physical world. And this is where spiritual practitioners become essential. Mediums, healers, energy workers, people who understand the unseen realms. This work is not about replacing technology. It is about restoring the human spirit. The world doesn't need more technology, it needs more conscious humans. People who can hold space for grief, understand energy, connect with the afterlife, help others heal spiritually, and help humanity remember something that we have always known deep inside, that we are more than physical bodies. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Many of you watching this video have already had spiritual experiences. You may have felt a presence or received a sign from a loved one in the afterlife. You may have felt an energy in a room or had intuitive insights that you couldn't explain. These experiences are not imagination. They are the early signs of spiritual sensitivity. And for many people, mediumship is not something that you randomly choose. It is something that awakens within you. The truth is, spiritual gifts are like muscles. They become stronger when they are trained, developed, practiced with guidance. When people try to develop these abilities on their own, they often doubt themselves or they misinterpret what they are experiencing. But when you learn in the right environment with someone who has spent decades working with the spirit world, your abilities can expand in ways that you have never imagined. For more than 30 years, I've worked with thousands of people from around the world, helping them communicate with loved ones in the afterlife, develop their intuitive and mediumship abilities, understand the spiritual realms, and most importantly, helping the grieving find peace. Mediumship is not about performance. It is about service. It is about helping humanity remember that love does not die. In the age of AI, the most valuable skill you can develop is something a machine cannot replicate. It is authentic human connection, spiritual awareness, compassion, intuition, and the ability to connect with the unseen world. AI can process data, but it cannot connect souls. If you feel called to develop your spiritual abilities, I invite you to work with me. I teach people how to develop their mediumship safely and authentically, strengthen their intuitive abilities, connect with loved ones in the afterlife, and help others heal grief through spiritual connection. This ancient knowledge has helped humanity for centuries, and in today's world, these gifts are needed more than ever. If you feel that calling inside you, listen to it, because spiritual gifts are not random. They are part of your purpose. If you would like to learn how to develop your mediumship and strengthen your spiritual abilities, you can apply to work with me. The link will be below this video. And if this message resonated with you, leave me a message and let me know. Have you ever had a spiritual experience that you could not explain? I read all the comments and would love to hear your story. In closing, I'd like to say that the world is changing rapidly. Technology will continue to evolve, but the most powerful force in all existence is still love. Love connects us. Love transcends death, and love is the bridge between this world and the next. And that is something no machine will ever replicate. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.